Yo, Bachi 2007 back at you with another one. And we're going to check in here on the latest with Tamar Braxton and how she can't get along with no man and running after Zaddy again. She can't get along with nobody for that matter. But in particular, here we're going to look at her issues with being able to get along with men, which are continuous. We showed you here previously on the channel, and you can go on the front page of my channel and just type in Tamar's name, where first Zaddy broke up with her. He dropped her, kicked her to the curb, and then after that, he went and found Tamar's enemy and went to rub it in her face by going to a basketball game with Tommie Lee, even knowing that Tamar beefs with Tommie Lee. That's how he went and did her. But let's find out what's happening with the two of them now as some time has passed. As we can see, this was 4 weeks ago for that video. 2 months in all since they broke up. This was a week or two after they broke up, and this stuff that we're about to show you now transpired about 2 weeks ago. So about 2 months from the breakup, about a month from him going out with her enemy.
That's why I had to go get my man back, y'all. And I know y'all lying. If y'all thought I was gonna let my man go because he took some crackhead to a basketball game while we was broke up. No loyalty. He don't owe me no loyalty when we broke up. Shit, I could have went out with his homeboy. What's up? It's all fair game when you broke up, bitch. Don't get it fucked up.
So you hear the cope. How is it fair game for your boo? No, people break up and get back together. But how is it fair game to go ride with the enemy? How is it fair game? Just because you break up with somebody, you're not with them anymore, don't mean you go get with their enemy. I should have knew she wasn't true. She came to me when a man caught a sentence. Diamonds are blinding. I never make the same mistake. Moving with the change of pace, light or low. So now the king is straight. That ain't how you move. But when you're a banshee, that probably is how you move. But of course, as we always tell you, the rules are different for Zaddy. That white man, that Better Brad, he can do anything. It's one set of rules for the brother, one set of rules for the brother man, another set of rules for Zaddy man. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you go ahead and like this video up, I'd really appreciate it. To help me out here, move through the algorithm. And we're going to get right back to the program. And yeah, to that point, you can come to the playlist tab on my page and check out the Swirler Zaddy playlist here. And we talk about that a lot. We've really gotten into that point. It's a Swirler Black Women Love Zaddy. If he's right, he's all right. Whatever applies to brothers, whatever applies to normal relationships, for black women, everything gets a pass when it's Zaddy. There are no rules Zaddy must abide by. It's kind of like the 3/5 compromise or like the Supreme Court ruling. A black man has no rights a white man is bound to respect. A white man has no rules that he is bound to respect a black woman in the relationship, because it don't matter. If he's right, then he's all right. And nothing counts against Better Brad. It only counts when it's a black man. So you can go ahead and scroll and check out this playlist here. I'll try to remember to put the link in this video description as well. And you can see what's happening with these sisters chasing Zaddy. Back to the specific situation. Now we watched where Tamar said, hey, she had to go get her man. That's her man. It don't matter who he was with when they were broken up. But let's listen. This is the woman again, Tommie Lee, who was basically a love and hip hop, which I call that thing jump offs and flip flops, because it's no love, and almost everybody comes off that show flops in the market. So this is a love and flip flop rapper or whatever she is. Probably came out the strip club like almost every other female rapper on that show. And so here's her speaking to the same points.
That is your man. He knew it was a situation with me and you. And he was down. He was down to play op games. I wouldn't take nothing like that serious.
Who ride with the ops? That's supposed to be your man. That's the ops.
My love, that ain't my. and I sent him on his way. It wasn't
Y'all demonic for that. I'm just gonna stay on that. That's demonic, but keep going.
the, I don't know, middle class house that he lives in Atlanta. It wasn't the Bentleys, because I drive a Rolls Royce, that got me. It wasn't, I don't know, the slick part thing he got going on. It wasn't none of that. It was when he paid for the Waldorf in points. I knew that I could no longer play this game. So it was a one-night thing. JR, you never want to play with me. You don't want me to expose how you were saying that you kicked her out and she went back to her mother's house. Not Mrs. Braxton, not Mrs. Not Mrs. Singer with the sold out tour that JR also told me was flex. It was cap. It was she flexing. She don't have no soul. That shit between me and you was his exact words. The tour not sold out. He said you was messy. He said you went back to your mother's house. He told me a lot of things that he shouldn't tell a stranger. I just met this man less than a week. Love, if that's your man, as you say, then you need to check him. You need to really check him and check your situation and really see if you're sleeping with the enemy or not. I am not your problem. I don't know you. I wish I was drunk right now. I wish I was drunk. Because now, that I'm about to post your JR. I'm about to post your...
So I think he said something while she was live, and he commented to her live, I believe, or he put some kind of comment out that got back to her during the live. So now she's pretending like first she was holding back, and now she's going to really give it to her. She really wasn't holding back in the first place. She's exposing what he said already and talking about what he's doing sexually to her with his mouth between her cheeks. So now this is her exposing him even further.
White boy, I try to just let you eat my for the mother slaves, for the slaves. This whole calling me a crackhead. I did it for us. You got me.
So now she pro-black. She did that for the slaves. She did it for us, because Tommie Lee's about that pro-black life. She's the Chuck D of our generation over here. KRS-One in female form over here. All right.
Now I'm about to post. I should have just reported. I should have recorded his head in my... I should have recorded that. But I try to keep the moment personal. He never me. But the sad situation is, like, we're black. Tamar, I could say your name. I know I'm not a crackhead. I live too well, baby, and I've never indulged in drugs. I don't have to keep saying that y'all gonna run with whatever. But we're two black girls letting this, I'm not even gonna say the race or whatever, play with us. Like, tighten up. Tighten up, my girl.
So this is the foolishness you get when you run behind aftermarket Zaddy. This guy's a bum. Just go back and watch those other two videos I was showing you previously. And I go back through his history. He's a criminal. He's got like 4, 5 black baby mamas. He's a deadbeat, more or less, whatever. And this is what he is. He's low rent. He runs behind low rent, low quality women, playing the sucker role, whatever. But because he's Zaddy, and Brad is better in the eyes of black women who, again, as I always point out, they're the most pro-black in the world. She's doing it for the slaves. They're so pro-black. They're always running behind white men. They're always denigrating the brotherhood, but they're so pro-black with this real Asian hair in their head and all this other foolishness. But this is what happens when you stay running behind Zaddy. They have no dignity. They have to spit this kind of coat that's coming out of her mouth, talking about it's all fair in love and war, when her Zaddy goes and gets with the enemies and running with the ops. That's not what somebody does who cares anything about you. They don't go get with your enemy. They go get with somebody. When you broken up, you go get with somebody else. But there's some people you don't mess with. You don't mess with your boo enemy. And they're talking about, I still love you, let's get back together. But you see what he does when he gets with your enemy and how he plays you out, because you're a clown and a fool for running behind him. But you do wear this troll doll hair. Again, the most pro-black, but you're trying to look like Becky. This is the kind of foolishness that these women are struggling through. And brothers, again, you've won. You've won left. You've won right. This is what they're reduced to. They can run their mouths all they want, but this is this is what they got. This is what's going on with them. And it's just some clownery and tomfoolery. And it's really sad, but this is what black women are reduced to, and they'd rather be indignified with this foolishness than to be nice, cooperate, have realistic expectations for a man, and be a woman who follows a man in a relationship. It could have everything, but instead they get this. Don't settle for these low quality women. Don't deal with their foolishness. Don't listen to all the nonsense that comes out of their mouths. This is what they drag out of the street just to have some kind of man in their bed. It's pathetic. You're about your 2007. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it if you do. You're about your 2007. I'm out.